Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of, I cannot remember what week it is, so I need to look because, I just did my last reading and I forgot. I think it's like the 9th or something, or the 5th. I don't remember. Whatever. It'll be in the title, right? Doesn't matter. Why I can't figure this out today, I have no clue. But anyway, let's get started. You have this rat card. It says, someone is working against you behind your back. You have this tortoise. It says, slowly but surely getting ahead. I would be careful. Every single person has had something about, other people at this time. So, I don't think this is something that you should like worry about. I just think you should like ignore gossip, things like that. That's like more the energy that I get off of these cards. So I would definitely do that. But I think you are slowly but surely getting ahead at this time. You have the Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the World, which is freaking amazing, number one. But number two, the Ace of Pentacles is about kind of like nurturing something into existence. Yeah, sorry, I should have switched. This reading looks amazing. Are you kidding me, Taurus? Really, really good. But the Ace of Pentacles, like I said, is kind of like, I look at it as like a seed. And then you, Taurus, right here, with the King of Pentacles, is about you kind of like taking care of that seed, watering it, nurturing it, fertilizing it, feeding it, whatever it is, and, kind of nurturing something into existence. So I feel a lot of you are kind of like onto some big ideas, some bigger and better things in life. And, I also kind of feel that you are seeing the growth. You have the Seven of Pentacles here. And so you're seeing things improving, you're seeing things growing in your life. And I think that's great. So again, you have that card that says slowly but surely getting ahead. That's this right here. Ace of Pentacles is a good card, don't get me wrong, but it is definitely slowly but surely getting ahead. So, very much that Uranus and Taurus, Jupiter and Taurus energy. And, I kind of feel like you're just in your vibe right now, Taurus. So it probably will, whatever week this is, I have no clue, obviously. But actually, I can tell you what week we're doing right now. So let's figure it out. But I am doing for the 5th, of course. So I was right the first time. And like I said, I think things are kind of like growing for you. You have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is, of course, you. Whenever you show up as yourself, puts you in a position of power and strength, allows you to get what you want from the reading. So really good. You have the World card here. The World is a card of accomplishments and achievements. I kind of feel like you're a little bit on top of the world, kind of, but more in the sense that you're getting recognition at this time because Sun and the Star is fame and fortune. It doesn't mean you're going to become famous, but really good for attention. If you're trying to get attention in work or business, now is the time. Now is the time to ask for a raise or a promotion or, whatever it is that you want. If you want love, same thing. Like now is the time to get attention. Now is the time to, kind of like put yourself out there with these two cards. And, with the Ace of Swords here, this would basically say that people are seeing your truth. People are seeing you for who you are. So an amazing time for you to get attention, Taurus. With the Ace of Pentacles there, you have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, I think it's been a lot of work. Personally, I like the Ten of Wands because he has, the story of the Ten of Wands is that he planted those wands. Like those wands are part of his harvest. This is something that he has wanted to grow. So I feel for a lot of you, that this is just part of your harvest. This is something that you are growing in your life. And now he's about to have his harvest. There's this home in the background here. And, I feel that for a lot of you, that you are about to kind of like put down your burdens and have a harvest. It's just that simple. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work for sure right now. I mean, I think this is true for pretty much everyone. As I always say, I think we're entering into a time of co-creation, not competition. And, the Three of Pentacles is all about building something great together, but it is a card of quality work. And again, I do feel a lot of you are starting to get recognized for the work that you do. I mean, those people are recognizing the great job that he has done. So, just that simple. With the World, you have the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands moves towards the sun. And so clearly you need to go towards the sun, which is this direction here. The reason I always say that is because she has this sunflower right in her hands, and the sunflower moves towards the sun. So this tells me in the reading that there's some sort of change in direction. We even go to the Two of Wands. This change in direction is going to lead to progress in your life. So, if you're thinking about making a change or If you're wanting to make some sort of change in your life, it looks to me like you're about to change direction. Other people might not necessarily agree with it with the Queen of Wands, but who cares? They should maybe pay attention to their own life and focus on themselves is what I would say about that. So, if other people don't agree with the changes you're making or whatever, I wouldn't even worry about it. I would just keep doing what you're doing here, Taurus. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this past card. It says the past is coming back, old job or old connections. It also says look to the past to understand the future, a lesson or an old skill. So I don't think this is like an ex coming back or anything like that. I do feel some of you, this could be work related. So, there could be a past business connection that comes in and helps you out in your life, or, a past work connection or something. You have a science card that says keep an open mind. There's something unfolding for you. I really feel that's all that this card is saying, this first card, the second card, the science card. I feel it's saying that something is kind of developing. We see a lot of cards of development here. The star, which I'll tell you why I feel that way in a second. You have the Seven of Pentacles here as well, and also the Hangman. And I'll tell you why I feel that about the Hangman in a minute as well. But with the star, she is pouring water onto land. She's watering the grass right here. It has a very specific meaning. It means what's possible for one person is possible for everyone. It kind of, she's pouring that water from the pool of universal consciousness onto the world, and so she's watering that grass. But, it also says that energy is flowing out to everyone of the world. And so what's possible for anyone is possible for you. So if you have, if something has been inspiring you, or if there's something you want to accomplish that would be inspiring, I would definitely go and do it. She's also sending these ripples out into the pool of universal consciousness. So for a lot of you, I feel the universe has heard what you're asking for. And then you have the sun, which is amazing. Personally, I love the sun and the star together. Like I said, it can represent fame and fortune, positive attention coming in for you. I feel like you could be also standing out in a big way here with the sun. And so there could be just a lot of attention coming in for you. I just kind of feel also that it could be a very lighthearted, carefree time for you right now, which is good. Again, it's like I think that maybe things are starting to happen, or will be, especially over this year, where you start to experience improvements, lighter energy, and it lightens the energy. And because the energy is getting better, your life starts to get better. Because your life starts to get better, the energy gets better. And I encourage people to, create these positive snowballs in their life. And that's what I'd be doing there. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, card of resourcefulness. I feel that you are being resourceful at this time. So, I don't know. I really don't feel like there's much to say there. You do have the King and Queen of Pentacles as well. So if you want love, there could be an earth sign coming in for you. Could be a Leo, an Aquarius, could be a fire sign. It could be any sign, really. General reading. With the star card, you have the Knight of Swords here. Knight of Swords is about rushing or being too hasty, or something like that. I would be careful of a person who's rushing you. You have this Rat card here. Again, if someone doesn't feel right, I would trust it. If you feel weird about a person, if you meet a person and they seem not right, then I would really kind of trust those feelings, right? I kind of feel it's saying trust your instincts. Good reading, but you never know. With the sun, you have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is the truth, and she is focusing on the future. She only has clouds halfway up her body, and it kind of represents the fact that she is finally seeing things clearly for the first time. So I feel for a lot of you that you are seeing something that will be a victory for you, is what this is saying. Even going this way here down to the Justice card, on a very simple level, sometimes I feel the Justice card is just something that's worth it. It's if you like a project, a business, a relationship, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But sometimes I just think that Justice comes up to say, there's an opportunity, Ace of Pentacles, which we already saw at the beginning. There's an opportunity for something that's worth it. You put energy into it, you get energy back. Plain and simple. So again, really good. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Swords. There's no doubt about it that you earth signs are going to be experiencing financial changes. I mean, personally, I think everybody is going to be experiencing financial changes. I've said a million times before in the past, since 2016, I've been saying, with Neptune and Pisces, I have a strong feeling that by the time we get to the end of it, basically the end of 2025 into 2026, that we will experience a significant financial shift. What that looks like, I have no freaking clue. Is it a collapse of the dollar? Is it, what? Probably, but I have no clue. So again, we're going to experience this shift. Again, I actually think it's going to bring more abundance in for people. So, I think it's a good thing. I also feel that you are focused, like you are, I think that there are little things that haven't been working, like my camera here, that you need to focus on changing, right? So like, don't be afraid to upgrade things is what I'm getting here. I don't know, that's a kind of a weird message for the Ten of Swords, but Ten of Swords can represent blessings. He's making the symbol with his hand right here that represents a blessing. Sometimes I look at him as a blessing in disguise. So sometimes I feel like something can fall apart, like your camera, right? And it just says order a freaking new one, right? And it might be a blessing because maybe you realize it's 10 times better than what you have, right? So there you go. I don't know what else to say there. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this card that says a detour is available to you right now that can be a benefit. 7 of Pentacles. We see it right off the bat. You have this card that says, to rise, you must let go of fear. So definitely some fears to let go of. The Ace of Swords is like your truth. You have the star here and the sun. This could be like the fear of exposure, the fear of doing something and feeling like you are being exposed, right? Or that maybe you say that you're going to do something, then you can't do it, and everybody's like, I told you couldn't do that, right? Like that type of fear. So I would let go of those fears right here. You have the 7 of Pentacles. This is like he's done a lot of work on something, but now it's time for change. I don't think this is true for all of you, by the way, Taurus. So again, this is a message that I would take with a grain of salt. Obviously, if you're doing something right now and it's working, keep doing it, right? Don't stop. We are definitely not in a time where we should be, looking a gift horse in the mouth, as they say, right? But what I would say is that if you are looking at an opportunity, something you've been working on for a long time, and it's just not working as well as it was, I kind of feel that there is a detour available for you where you could be making some major changes in your work. It looks like work to me. And, I think that these changes are going to be much more beneficial. I do see like a very small percentage of you completely walking away from something. Again, if you've been working on a project and it's just plain and simple, not working no matter what, and if that is your story, and again, if it's not your story, then this is not for you. But if it is, then I feel like you could be making a significant change here, and it's going to lead to a victory for all of you. Even if that is not your story, I think there's a victory coming in for you here. There still are going to be some changes. So again, in like work or business, you might be getting a raise or promotion, or you might be changing the way you do things. And again, these are going to be beneficial changes. Same thing in love as well. I wouldn't really call this a love reading. Obviously, there's not really a lot of love cards here, but you could be making changes in your love life, and this could be bringing just more balance into your life in general. I also see a lot of, there's a ton of happiness here, so I feel that like whatever changes you're making, it's going to lead to a lot more happiness. I would say that over the next 5 years as well, it's kind of weird. Like I feel like things are going to get easier for you. It's like if let's say you have a certain job, like maybe over the next 5 years, you're still going to be doing that job, but it's like things are getting easier and easier and easier. Same thing if you have a business or whatever. So you could be, hiring people, finding better ways to do things. And, this is all going to lead to a victory. So major victories coming in for you. You have the King of Wands. King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. And I kind of feel, this could be a person, sure, but I really feel this is your energy. I think it is time for Taurus to be bold and assertive, to really stand up for themselves, to claim their place on Earth, basically. I think I said at the beginning of the reading, this is kind of like an on top of the world type of reading in a certain way. And, I feel like that's what's going on here, is that you're about to, kind of get a lot of attention. Your position in the world is changing. And again, it is going to require you to be bold and assertive. Again, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, I think, like just a little bit, because when people, it's like, it looks to me like people are going to start looking to you for answers. You could be becoming a leader in work or business. You could just be a leader in the world, in life. People could be coming to you for advice more and stuff like that. But again, it is like a good position of power. With the 7 of Pentacles, you have the 4 of Pentacles. Of course, the tarot loves to make me eat my words, I'm convinced. But the 4 of Pentacles is like holding on too tightly to something. 4 of Pentacles would not be a change, but I do feel that some of you clearly need to leave a comfort zone. You have the 4 of Pentacles. We also have the 2 of Wands right next to it. The 2 of Wands is coming up in the area of the good stuff, so it's going to be good no matter what. But the 2 of Wands definitely can represent needing to leave a comfort zone. The story of the 2 of Wands is that he rushed to a finish line. He, got his castle there on the card, but he didn't enjoy the journey. And now he thinks that there's nothing more for him to accomplish. But if he were to leave the comfort zone and get out into the world, he's got the world there, he would experience new things. So There you go. With the Ace of Swords, you have the King of Pentacles, you showing up here again. So like I said, there is something, this is your truth. I literally said that at the beginning of the reading, or whenever I said it, that the Ace of Swords is about your truth. And there you are. You show up as yourself on the card where I said it's your truth. So, basically the universe saying I meant what I said, right? With the King of Wands, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I see a lot of abundance, like long-term abundance. But again, I think it's super important that Taurus especially works on building, leaving a legacy. Long-term wealth, long-term financial security, long-term something. So if you are working on something long-term, like a long-term business or long-term success or whatever, there's going to be a lot of success for you with the Ten of Pentacles. This could also be love. Again, you have the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles here. I love these and this direction as well. So I love these two together. They're some of my favorite divine counterparts because they represent two people who really can build and leave a legacy. Two people who really want to make things work. Two people who really want to create a connection. So really good for love. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Here and Now card. So I feel like you are present. You have this Chop Wood card. The Chop Wood card and the good stuff says you're putting in the work, but, I feel your hard work is paying off. So, I feel like things are kind of starting to come together here. I even am getting something weird about you changing your habits or something. It just popped into my head. Like, if you have a certain habit, it doesn't even have to be a bad habit. Like, I think there are habits that we all have that aren't necessarily bad habits, but also maybe they're not good habits either. Maybe they're just neutral habits that don't really lead to anything good happening in our life or bad, but they just don't really do anything. And, I think we need those things. I tell people all the time that, I think we need to have fun, for example, or, we need to go watch TV every once in a while or watch a movie just to get out of our head, right? And so I feel that for some of you, of course we need to do those things, but this feels like some sort of habit. I don't know, that might make sense to some of you. You have the Two Wands, Hangman, and the Justice card. Two Wands about taking the lead, taking control, stepping out into the world, but it is coming up in the good stuff. I don't look at it as a bad card anyway, but, to me, it really represents a lot of progress, or it says you are about to experience great progress in your life, especially coming up in the good stuff. You have the Hangman here. We see a lot of enlightenment in the reading, Sun and the Star together on top of each other. To me, it's much more powerful when two cards like this are touching. It really kind of amplifies the energy. So, we see a lot of enlightenment. The Hangman is gaining a new perspective in his life, and this new perspective is allowing him to be very successful. He's hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom. So, I feel for a lot of you, you're kind of gaining new perspectives that are leading to a lot of knowledge and wisdom, or you're gaining enlightenment on your path or your journey. And so I really see you making a lot of progress. It's kind of funny because, even if you're 60, 70 years old, I don't care. Even if you're 90 years old, if you're 90 and you happen to make it another 5 years, congratulations, number one. Number two, I think your next 5 years, you could literally say to yourself, wow, I've made a lot more progress in these 5 years than I have in the past 20 years, So I think that there's condensed progress or something like that going on in your life, which I do think happens with maturity. It's obviously the more you learn, the more you learn. You have the Justice card. Justice is about fairness and balance. So I do feel I just feel very simple about the Justice card. I feel it's just saying balance. With the Two of Wands, you have the Page of Wands. Yeah, it's a time of fun and enthusiasm for you. I feel you need to move more towards fun and enthusiasm. I feel like the universe is encouraging you to have more fun as well. So, there you go. Like I said, watch a movie or do something that's fun. With the Hangman, you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, a lot of people read it as lying, cheating, stealing. It can represent that, but, Seven of Swords is a good card. It is a golden card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. So while it can represent trickster energy, it's showing up in the good stuff, and it's really a card of tactics. It says, is there a better way to do everything that you're doing? I encourage everyone to do this. Anything that you're putting energy into, just saying to yourself, is there another way? Is there a more efficient way? Is there a better way? And I personally, I pretty much do this in every area of my life right now, just because I think energetically, just the energy of the universe right now is efficiency. It's when you think about it, there's a lot of challenges in the world right now. And so I think when there's a lot of challenges, people automatically think that they have to work hard, because that's what we're taught, right? We're taught this has to be hard, or this has to be a challenge. But I think we need to think more efficient. And the Seven of Swords says, instead of going to war, is there a better way to do it? With the Justice card, you have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, a lot of fulfillment and happiness coming in for you. This looks amazing. this diagonal right here. So it's like you living your truth here is going to lead to total fulfillment, is what that's saying to me here, Taurus. So really good reading. I like where this is going. So let's see here. We're going to pull 5 main themes. So you have this concentration card. Yeah, I do feel it's more important. Ace of Swords is laser-like focus. It is being very, very focused on one thing at a time and accomplishing it. So, definitely time for you to concentrate on whatever it is that you're working on for sure. You have this charity card. What's weird is a lot of people have gotten this card, and I think people feel, maybe you're feeling that the universe is being more generous, or like people are being more fair in your life, or that you're receiving more generosity, but it feels like from the universe, like you feel like the universe is allowing things to work. And you have this isolation card. If you have been isolated or something, either you are, someone is pulling you out of isolation. So I do feel there could be love coming in, but I feel like it could be the next 6 months is what's popping into my head, that there could 5 to 6 months is what I'm getting. I don't trust psychic timing at all, by the way, but there you go. I feel like over the next 5 to 6 months, there could be love coming in for you, and this person could be pulling you out of isolation. You could also be pulling this person out of isolation. So you could be, there could be a person who's been hurt, and it's kind of like you're warming this person up, but like in a good way. It's not like they need saving or something like that. That's not what I'm talking about, but there you go. You have the secrets card. Again, this is actually a good card, not a bad card. It's a card that encourages you to look into mysteries, things where you don't know the answers. I've been telling people since 2016 that you have to move a lot of dirt to get to the gold. Literally, I've said it like 6 billion times. So, I think that if you want to be successful, most of the information you get is going to be garbage on like whatever it is you're doing in your life or working on, but the stuff that works is going to work really well. So, I encourage people to dig for gold. And finally, you have this birth card and this empathy card. Both wanted to come out together. If you're not trying to get pregnant, I would be careful, obviously. If you are, go for it. If you're too old to get pregnant, as I always say, yeah, I totally understand. Then this message is not for you, right? Obviously. So there you go. And then someone always loves to tell me about some like 76-year-old lady who had an egg implanted in her, and then something happened. Like, I don't care. Like right now I'm broadcasting. I don't care about like the 1 in a million chance, right? So again, if you're that lucky, go buy a lottery ticket. If you're 76 and you get pregnant, congratulations. But also, again, I feel that there is clearly the birth of something new going on here in your life, but it's not really new. It's like more upgrade, more upgrading your life, more of your truth that's going on here. So this looks really, really good here, Taurus. So I love it. I feel like I just said Virgo. Sorry if I said that. But anyway, Taurus, thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.